Kumusta na kayo mga kapatid? 52 days na mula nung nagkaroon tayo ng Enhanced Community Quarantine. Marahil iba-iba ang nararamdaman natin. Iba sa atin ay nasasanay na sa routine ng pang-araw-araw nating buhay. Iba marahil ay tulad ko na naiinip na sa loob ng bahay. Habang ang bansa ay naka-shutdown because of the COVID-19 pandemic, si God ay meron pa rin naibigay sa atin na magagandang bagay na nangyari sa ating buhay. Meron bang mabuti na makukuha natin dito sa ICOC? Our minds naturally gravitate towards the negative news out there. But it's not all bad. Well, hindi po natin dinidiscount ang obvious seriousness of what we're walking through as a society. It's important to find the hidden gems within the crisis. 2 weeks ago, nagbigay ako ng assignment sa mga Bible Talk leaders na isubmit sa akin ang 3 mga bagay na natututunan nila o mga naituturo sa kanila ni God during ECQ. Iba-iba po talaga ang nararamdaman nila. Yung iba, high in their faith. Yung iba, may doubt, may fear, may anxiety, at kung ano-ano pa. Appreciate ko yung pagiging open and honest nila sa mga nararamdaman at natututunan nila. Well, okay lang po na maramdaman natin ang mga bagay na yon. Nagiging totoo lamang po tayo sa sarili natin. In Hebrews chapter 4 in verse 15, in Hebrews 4 verse 15, sa translation po ni J.B. Phillips, ang sabi niya, "For we have no superhuman high priest, to whom our weaknesses are intelligible. He himself has shared fully in all our experience of temptation, except that he never sinned." He himself, Jesus, not an angel, not an ambassador, not an emissary, but Jesus himself shared fully, not partially, not nearly, not to a large degree, entirely. Jesus shared fully in all our experiences, whether anxiety, whether joy, happiness, every hurt, each ache, all the stresses and all the strains, no exceptions, no substitute. Why? So he could sympathize with our weaknesses. Meron ba tayong magagandang bagay na makukuha dito sa COVID-19 pandemic? Ang title po ng aking maiksing devotional ay pinamagatang 5 Good Things Coming Out of the COVID-19 Pandemic. 5 good things coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. Number 1, more focus on what's important. More focus on what's important. What is more important? Hindi ba ang pamilya? Sa ngayon, pagkain, tahanan, oras, kalusugan, kalinisan, ayuda. Amen. ECQ has forced us to slow down and see things that we wouldn't normally see or appreciate. Nagkaroon tayo ng more time to focus on our family and our Creator. This pandemic is forcing us to prioritize and remember what's truly important in life. Number 2, God is speaking louder. God is speaking louder. In Joshua 1 in verse 8, Joshua 1 in verse 8, Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Noong unang panahon, mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, ang pagbabasa o pagme-meditate ng Word ni God ay hindi mahina, kundi malakas. Binabasa nila ng malakas ang Biblia para mas marinig nila at maintindihan ng mas maliwanag. Sa ICQ, because of the removal of distractions, we are able to hear God speaking to us louder than ever. Dahil nga, walang distraction at nakakapag-focus tayo ngayon sa ating times with God. God has brought His Word out louder and clear, spoken in song and on social media. The church, brothers and sisters, friends, have risen and are staying connected and meeting needs kahit na naka-ECQ pa tayo. Pangatlo, reconnecting with family. Reconnecting with family. Dahil nga sa naka-ECQ tayo for about 50 days now, and we are being forced to stay at home, we are able to reconnect with our family in a meaningful ways. Sa marriage at seniors, na-enjoy natin yung working at home kasama ang ating asawa, anak, o mga apo. Sa mga singles involved at youth, nagkaroon kayo ng tinatawag na the gift of extra time and conversation with your family that you didn't expect to have. Nandyan din yung family time. Appreciate ko yung times namin with my family. Sa aming family time, nagkaroon din kami ng pagkakataon na mag-bonding through games. Naglaro kami ng Uno. At kung sino matalo, ay pipitikin sa kamay. Kung pakiramdam ninyo na hindi pa kayo connected with your family, gamitin ninyo ang nalalabi pang marahil 10 araw to get connected with your family. Through prayer time together, meal time together, play together, and have fun time together. Pang-apat, mga kapatid, great interactions with neighbors. Great interactions with neighbors. A famous command by Jesus in Matthew 22 verse 39 is to love your neighbor as yourself. Neighbor does not merely mean one who lives nearby, but anyone with whom one comes in contact. We should love to do an abundance of good for our neighbor as we does for ourselves. But since most of us live life on the go, we don't have much meaningful time to interact with our neighbors. These stay-at-home orders that many of us are experiencing is changing all that. Nagkaroon tayo ng more opportunities to encourage others and talk about our hope in the Lord. More time sa group chat. Nagkaroon tayo ng time sa Zoom. Yung iba natuto na gumamit ng Zoom. Even time sa pag-study po ng Bible. Panglima at panghuling punto, rest in God. Rest in God. Whether by choice or not, we've experienced the benefits of slowing down and finding the rest that only comes in God. Through this crisis, brothers and sisters, we've been able to rest in God and depend more on Him. Sa Kanya natin ibinibigay ang ating tiwala at ang ating proteksyon. Dahil sa kabila ng pandemic na ito, ang Diyos pa rin ang maghahari at magtatagumpay. Mas lalo tayong naging madasalin? Appreciate ko. As a sector, nagkaroon tayo ng prayer chain. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Talagang nagkakaroon tayo ng prayer chain hanggang noong April 30. And I think marami pa sa atin ang itinutuloy hanggang May 15. Karoon tayo ng prayer time with our family. Devotional sa ating pamilya. Higit sa lahat, we got closer to Jesus. In closing, marami pa ang maituturo sa atin ng pandemic na ito. Bukod sa natutunan natin ang maging mapasensyoso sa pila sa grocery, ang palagiang paghuhugas ng kamay, ang 5 punto na aking naibahagi ay ilan pa lamang sa nakuha natin sa crisis na ito. Nasa crisis man, ay meron pa ring magandang nangyari. 5 good things coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic. Number 1, more focus on what's important. Number 2, God is speaking louder. Number 3, reconnecting with family. Number 4, great interactions with neighbors. At panglima, rest in God. Maraming salamat. Stay safe and glory to God.